Hey y'all, it's Caitlin. So this is the last installment, finally, of my statue collection video. So after this, tomorrow, the day after I film this, I should finally be able to film the tour of the collection. So anyway, so this is based off the Comi line. I did collect, if you guys recall, last year during Christmas, Franklin, FM McGinnis, gifted me the Donna Troy of this line. Thank you, Franklin, again. And he kind of started as almost an addiction because I really love the look of these statues a lot. So I found a lot on Mercari that had 3 of them being sold for I think $50. If you can get 3 statues for $50 and they're like the real size statues, that's a good deal no matter what. So I couldn't resist, even though technically I already had one of the statues. However, I'm glad that I went ahead and bought her. So, I've already shown the other one of my collection. This was the double that I got in that lot of Hot Girl, which a lot of you know is my favorite character. She's just as wobbly as the one that was originally in my collection. But, now if you recall, I told the story of how I found her at a toy shop in Branson, Missouri, that you don't usually find. I mean, the toys being sold at that store are like old-timey kind of toys. You know, you get to see old storybooks and sticker books and oldish style baby dolls. It's just a tourist trap for people to bring their kids to get them to like nerd out, I guess, a little bit. But anyway, yeah, just cheap little toys. So to my surprise, I found a DC collectible statue. Now the Comi, again, if you haven't seen it, they took a bunch of the characters and pretty much made them into anime style. That's pretty much what this is. There was a comic book based off this. I would not recommend it. But anyway, so the Hot Girl I got was out of box, and it was just the figure and the stand. And she had this little pole with her, and it never even occurred to me, because I'm an idiot, that's where her mace goes. So mine was actually missing her weapon, and I never even realized it because I never really bothered to research it. So this one does have the mace. I actually really like, this thing's gonna fall, I know it. I actually really like the look of the mace where it has the gold spikes on it. It's really, really neat. Otherwise, I've already given a bit of a show, you know, I've already showed this thing off. Very, very wobbly. My least favorite Hot Girl still in my collection, but also very glad that I have her now with the mace, because this mace looks sick. The mace is the best thing about it, and it does just plug into this little handle that she's holding. This is a big freaking handle for just a little mace. And I didn't point out all the details, I guess, so I guess I could do that. Her boots have a lot more claw-like detail, or talon-like detail, than a lot of her costumes in other series do, as well as the feather texture on her wings is pretty much perfect. I just don't really like her look and her outfit here. It kind of looks way too skimpy for me, but she does have the logo on her little belt thing, her hawk logo, and there is a hawk head on the handle of the mace. So it's actually a really nicely designed statue. I just wish she was covered up a little bit more. Anyway, but the next one is the one I'm very happy with, Satana. So I know Franklin got one. I think he got the Halloween version of this one. This is just the regular version. I loved Satana. One, she stays in her base like Donna does, and she doesn't have to, you know, wobble. She doesn't connect by a peg like that one is extremely wobbly. But I do think the size of these bases are obnoxious. Artemis's was a regular size base. This one is way too obnoxious. But anyway, it only fell because I was and maybe I spoke too soon. One of the pegs broke off in her foot. You see that? Oh well. She's not gonna be coming off the base much after this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, the thing I love most about Satana are those red eyes with the blue hair. I think they make a very neat contrast. Now, these are older statues, so the tricks and stuff they use now aren't necessarily the tricks that they used then. Tricks. Get it? Magician. Anyway. So this smoke that's supposed to be coming out of her hat, I think should have been translucent or something to make it look more magical. Right now it just looks like a big tissue. And it's rubbery. Like, can you guys see me moving this? Like, it's just, it's weird. It's weird how easily this thing moves. It's made of rubber. And none of the rest of it, while it's still, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say malleable, but while you can still, like, bend it, all the rest of it is plastic. This is the only thing that's, like, rubbery. It's almost like foamy, like you can squish it. I don't know what it's made out of, but I think it would have been better if they made it out of resin and made it translucent. But I don't know, maybe they were doing that at the time and they just wanted to keep these figures very, very lightweight. I don't know. They're PVC, so they don't weigh a lot. The fishnets are real, so I do very, very much enjoy this. By the way, I've already made videos on each of 3 of these statues. I just didn't like them, so I scrapped them right before I moved. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that out there. She has a lot of carved in details on all the whites of her outfit, like on her lapels and on her cuffs and on her shoes. All this intricate design that I bet the camera won't pick up. Oh, and she does have it on her tuxedo jacket tails as well. You can see that. So, but I think, hey, wait a minute. Okay, maybe her hair is made out of the same stuff too. I just now realized, because look at the hair. Okay, so the hair is made out of the same rubber stuff too. Is hers? No, Hot Girls isn't. So that's very, very interesting. I can't remember which series each of these are from. I'm sorry. But that's very interesting. No, I don't see that on any other statues in my collection, that's for sure. And she does have her wand, by the way, so she has the full ensemble going on. So out of the 3 of these that I'm going to show you, still have 1 left. Satana's probably my favorite, even though I love Hot Girl's character a lot more. And I will always, now she's going to have trouble standing. I will always love Hot Girl. The look of Satana's costume is my favorite. And I think the Halloween one that, yeah, it's going to stay up. That Franklin guy is really interesting as well. Now, this is Harley Quinn. If you notice, she's kind of missing something. She is missing a base. Now, she does come with her base, and you can get her to balance like this. And I was trying to figure out a way to get her base to work. So when I got this statue, they all came in their boxes. And there was a loose mallet in with Harley. And I know that they've made a couple different Harleys for this line. They also made a couple different Hot Girls. I need to get on the ball with that one of these days. But anyway, I know they made a couple different Harleys for this set. And I believe whoever sold these on Macari had either all or at least one more of the Harley Quinns that they were selling. Because this Harley is not meant to hold a mace at all. Her base isn't meant to hold a... Did I say a mace again? I got Hot Girl on the mind, I swear. A mallet. She wasn't meant to hold a mallet. The mallet had to go to another statue. And I believe that this stand also did. Because, for one, it has a hinge at the top of it. See? Now, it connects into the ones just like Hot Girls. And the base is over here, so I do have it still, but I mean, if anything, it would make more sense for Hot Girl to be on there, but she has a notch in her back, so I know that one has to go with that stand. And the spot in her back for it, with the size of the little nub and the fact that it's on a hinge, you just cannot get this in without snapping it and nearly breaking it in your finger. So, yeah. I was trying to really get this I think I talked about it in the miscellaneous part of the video. I was really trying to figure out a way to get her stand to work, but I'm just gonna have to stand her up like this without her base. But I don't really want to. I don't really like to do that with my statues, but I may get one of those large glue dots and put on her to make her a little bit more stable. I don't know. I mean, it won't damage the statue anyway. I just really hate doing that with statues. Well, it can damage it if you don't take it off and wash it properly when you finally take it off. But anyway, let's talk about the actual statue now instead of all the gripes. So, one thing I absolutely love about this Harley, and I really hope you guys can see it in the camera. I'm going to try and get it as close up as possible. Her eyes are two different colors. One is green and one is purple. So they're a little bit like Joker colors. And in this sense, I kind of like the Joker-ish aspect. Other than that, she is all gestured out. I mean, she's got these diamond patterns all over the place. She's got them on her sleeves. She's got them on her legs, everywhere. She's holding a bomb and a cupcake for some reason. She's got these little bitty golden Joker heads on her gesture cuff. They're just little bitty golden Joker heads, and I think that's actually kind of weird. Now, one thing I really wish I had kept from that video instead of deleting it was the look on my face when I turned it around and realized that there was a face on the other side. I was like, ugh. When I first took it out, I was like, oh. I was like, I didn't know that was there. But let me tell you, for something that has an extra face on the side of it, they actually put in a lot of detail. The face is matte. It's supposed to be like a mask, but the face is matte finish, while the eyes and teeth are all glossy. And that's the same with all of these. Yeah. Their faces are matte, but their eyes are glossy, and I really love when they do that touch. So the fact that they did it not only on Harley's face, but the Joker face on the back is really kind of cool. These large gesture tussles, I don't know what they call them, really remind me of the Batman version of Harley. Does anyone remember the Batman cartoon? Not Batman, the Batman. But I actually really like that one. I didn't like it as good as like the animated series, but I thought it was a really cool cartoon series. Weird question, but comment below. What is your favorite cartoon series with Batman? Because he's had quite a few. There's Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond, which I know are, continuation, but anyway. Brave and Bold, the Batman, and then what was that other one? The one with the really weird outfit. I'll think of it while I'm doing this and put it here, or I'll look it up, one or the other. That's the only one I didn't like. All the others I thought, and there was a Justice League one too, Justice League Action, I think. It was called Justice League, but nearly every single episode had Batman in it. I think only one didn't, so it may as well have been Batman in the Justice League or something, but anyway. Just tell me which one's your favorite. So back to the statue. I keep getting sidetracked. So on the back of her outfit, you can see on the very small of her back, she actually has a spade on there, which I think is very interesting. You usually just see Harley with the diamond pattern. You don't see her with any of the other card suits represented, so I thought that was very, very neat. Overall, and by the way, the gesture, instead of those little cotton balls on there, they're green little Joker heads that matches the red ones, or not the red, but the gold ones on her collar. But, this is Harley. This is definitely Harley. It's a very over-exaggerated Harley. She even got the little bells on her shoes. So a very exaggerated Harley, which, if you're going with an anime theme, that works. What's funny is just me sitting here talking and just slightly moving the table a little bit. Harley's being more stable than Hot Girl is. Anyway, would I recommend these statues for someone who's looking for something artistic? Yes. Would I recommend these if you're someone who's very nitpicky about stability? I would say find one that's more like Satana, connects directly into her base instead of one like Hot Girl that has the thing in her back. Otherwise, you shouldn't have a problem, as long as the pegs don't break off. Again, these are kind of old, and there's no telling how many times she's been taken on and off that base. So, anyway, so these are the long overdue sort of reviews on the 3 anime comic statues of Hot Girl, Harley Quinn, and Satana, or Satana, whichever way. It doesn't matter which way you say her name. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think of these. These are probably the only ones I'm going to be getting for the foreseeable future. If I see another one that I really like for a good price, I may snatch it up, but honestly, I just really wanted Satana, and this was the cheapest way to get her with the other two. Which, again, I'm still happy with because it got me her mace, which I was a big idiot and didn't even realize she was missing. So anyway, now Harley's deciding she doesn't want to be stable no more. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Remember, like always, it's a community, not a competition, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.